How do you steward a godly friendship with the opposite sex once y'all begin to like one another, especially after both people are getting confirmations from God, but we don't want to move too quickly? So the question is, if it doesn't work out, do y'all feel like y'all are okay with your significant other still remaining friends with someone who they once tried to pursue? First of all, dating is collecting data. Now that y'all are crossing over into the dating, all you're doing is literally going out to restaurants, going bowling, doing these type of things in group settings, and you're just asking the questions that need to be asked.
You need to lean into the people that will tell you different from what it is that you truly want, because they probably see something that you cannot see. This is an Iwegbu production.
Period. How do you steward a godly friendship with the opposite sex once y'all begin to like one another, especially after both people are getting confirmations from God, but we don't want to move too quickly? How do you steward this well?
That's good. I think I'm glad that person is reaching out for some guidance on that, because many people don't ever come out and talk about that.
Yeah.
First off, it's regular, like it's usual for a man and woman to become attracted to each other. That's why sometimes when it's the opposite sex, best friends, kind of got to tread lightly a little bit, especially if they're they're each other's type in a certain way as well.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
One of the things I would say when it comes to this is, number one, let others know that y'all digging each other, y'all community, because sometimes when they want to keep it private just in case it don't work out. So they want to keep it private, like, so everybody still know y'all as the cool best friends,
right,
that of the opposite sex. Well, they want to keep it from everyone else. But I'm gonna tell you something that you probably not want to do, because you probably heard people probably have already messed with y'all about this, like, oh no, y'all, you don't like him. No, we're strictly friends. We, it's already your friend already like, man, you crazy. I don't know why you ain't never talked to him. Da, da, da. And he, man, you ain't never tried to holler at him, man. What, and y'all both been trying to play that role for so long that y'all don't want to let everybody in on, hey, we actually digging each other. So number one, I would say, go ahead, bring everybody in, let these people know. And from there, I think it's just going on in courting. You know what your non-negotiables are. Just because y'all been friends before, that does not mean that now those become negotiable. You know what I'm saying? So you know what exactly it is that you want, and is that person matching up with that. I might have to tell you something though. I'm thinking, what if this don't work out?
That's
because
why I'm saying
steward it well. Because if this don't work out, my only thing is y'all move on, and you find your husband, he find his wife, and then y'all got to be real with y'all spouses that y'all have had, not that y'all have done anything, I don't know what y'all have done, but that y'all have had feelings with each other, and they may say, hey, that's no longer.
So the question is, if it doesn't work out,
do
y'all feel like y'all are okay with your significant other still remaining friends with someone who they once tried to pursue? And that's probably an absolute no.
Oh yeah, I would be like, nope.
Like, that's a no. Like, it's most likely a no. But I'm sorry, baby.
No, that's really all I say is, like, let people know, make sure you're non-negotiables. I won't go into the whole, if you watched our last part there on AD and Clay, listen, don't get into the intimacy if y'all haven't already. If y'all have, break away as much as you can, like, do your best to do that. And like I said, get some accountability around. Make sure that you guys are dating in community, and letting other people that you trust their eyes, get into the mix, so they can let you know what they see or what they feel. And somebody that's not too caught up on the hype too, because somebody can be like, oh girl, I've been waiting, I've been knowing y'all would be the greatest fit ever, and so they willing to look past his red flags too for y'all to be together.
Yeah.
Him pretty good if you guys are being, because they said best friends, right?
No, I'm
not
best
friends. Oh, they was friends. Okay, so you might know him, pretty well based off of some of his dating patterns. Don't ignore him, because that don't mean that stops because you was his friend. You might become an enemy after this. Y'all might, if it's not done right. But go ahead, man.
Yeah, I mean, the first thing that pops out to me, first, I also want to say, when we say don't date privately, we're not saying date necessarily publicly either.
Yeah.
So we're not saying post them on your page, go on Instagram. What we're saying is for people, your coaches, a spiritual parent, a advisor, close friends they have good fruit, they live a life that is decent. Those are the people that you're like, hey, I've been looking at Derek for quite some time, and do you know anything about him? Have y'all heard anything? Like, you do that type of thing. So we're not, again, that's not public dating. So that's the first thing, like asking around about his dating stuff, asking around. That's what we mean by saying stop dating privately. Number two, but it's kind of number one as well. Yes, like do whatever you can do, create those boundaries to where y'all don't cross the line of intimacy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, y'all. Every time y'all hit this podcast, we're gonna talk about it.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about not crossing that line because it's jacked. Like it really jacks your whole perspective. And so I think stewarding your friendship is, first of all, dating is collecting data. So now that y'all are crossing over into the dating season, all you're doing is literally going out to restaurants, going bowling, doing these type of things in group settings. And you're just asking the questions that need to be asked. Hey, how's the relationship with your parents? Where are you from? Is your mom and dad married? Oh, that's dope. When did you think when you were young, you thought you were going to be married? Do you want to be married? What's your season like right now? What do you feel like your purpose is? What does your community look like? Like asking all of these questions as you're collecting data to see if this is sincerely the type of man that you want to be. So I think that this can be, because you are friends, it can really be a very free type of experiment for you, like continue to be friends as you ask deeper questions. And then also number 3, I think that's the number I'm on, pray. Like ask the Lord to guide you through this. Like, Lord, help me to, this is, show me. Y'all, when as women of God, and I'm only going to talk to us because I'm a woman, these are our brothers in Christ at the same time. And so you don't want to pervert anything, because he's still a man of God and he's still your brother. So just being aware of, like, God, help me to handle my brother. Help me to handle what could be my potential husband. Well, God, how would you have me treat him? And I think more than anything, as you stay in the word, you stay on your face and you stay connected with God, you pray for discernment and wisdom on your moves, you'll be good. Just set those boundaries. Don't be in the house alone. Don't be in out too late. Date in the daytime, have fun, go out with him with groups continuously, ask people privately about him, right? Seek godly counsel. The Bible says that in a multitude of counselors and advisors, 2 descriptions is victory, and what's the other one? Protect, safety. There's victory and safety in a multitude of counselors and advisors. So begin to ask, begin to talk, begin to, what I'm saying? And don't fall in love so fast, sis. Like, a lot of times we put God in and be like, God is telling us, God is God. And it's like, slow down, see with your eyes in your head. See with your eyes in your head and your spirit, and see if this is something you really want to do, and take your time. No rush.
Yeah, I've been recently reading this book called Better Decisions, Fewer Regrets. And I think, I can't remember what the author's name was, but I was reading a part of it, and it was talking about confirmation bias. And so it was telling us, like, basically a lot of times we seek information that will agree with what we want to hear. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, for me, if I want to buy something, I've been looking for every reason why I know I need this. Even though I know right now probably the best time to get it, I'm like, nah, I'll make up all these different ways, and I'll look up different ways. Like, nah, this is best for me for this reason and that reason. And I'm going to talk to people who's going to tell me what I want to hear. Sometimes that's my confirmation bias. He was talking, and he said something to the extent of, and I'm paraphrasing, like, basically you need to lean into the people that will tell you different from what it is that you truly want. Because they probably see something that you cannot see.
That's good.
And I would say lean into that, because all of us have a confirmation bias.
Definitely.
Soon as we want something, we go and look for certain things to, like, if we have a certain things like politics people do this. They, you know, you want to stay with the Democrats, so you're looking for all the things that line up with what the Democrats want, but it's like, no, the Republicans might have something that you need to actually think about and really actually listen to.
Yeah.
On that side as well. So, you know, I would tell you to lean into who's the person that stands out to you if they're not a hater, who's like, nah, or check out this, slow down, watch this, lean into what that person has to say. This is an Iwegbu production.
Period.
Hey, thank you for making it to the end of this video. If you could do us a huge favor, please hit that like button and please subscribe.
Yes, and please do not forget to hit that notification bell. We need y'all to be locked in every single time we drop this fire content. Yes. Also, we need y'all to follow us on all social media platforms at the Iwegbus. And look, we will see y'all on the next video.